Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Daria. We have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. Ria, my first question coming to you is that the rupee has been weakening, and it's mainly the rising inflation that is posing a risk right now for a faster acceleration with regards to where rate hikes are concerned. What's the sense that you pick up, and what's the kind of direction that we can anticipate on the Indian rupee?
Hiral, I think there's a request to wait for another 2 minutes as the equity market has just given a close. I think we should start at 3:35.
Ria, the thing is, after that, we have another recording as well.
Okay.
And that request has come in at 3:31. So it's already 3:33 now.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so I'll just restart again.
Yes, yes.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Dadia. We have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. Ria, the rupee has been weakening, and it's mainly the rising inflation which is posing a risk for a faster acceleration with regards to rate hikes. With this into consideration, what's the kind of direction you're expecting for the Indian rupee?
True that, Hiral. I think Indian rupee will continue on the depreciation phase because, like you said, there is a risk of inflation. And even if you look at the minutes that have been released from the recent MPC meet, even there it is indicated that the members are assessing a long-term growth, inflation trade-off, and so forth. So I think if the inflation surge remains even for the month of May and June, there could the hawkish members could be pushed towards giving a to give to push the uh, hike in the rates much much before than the anticipated timeline. So this could definitely be threatening to the recovery economy, which is still the key cities are still into a restriction, the lockdown phase. So I think inflation is a key aspect that needs to be assessed if it continues to surge. And plus, the other factor that is pushing the Indian rupee into the depreciation phase is the rise into the oil prices. So oil prices have remained elevated, and this would lead to a demand for dollars uh, from the oil marketing companies. Also, there is an increase into the demand as slowly the developing countries are going from the lockdown phase to towards reopening the economy. So it is expected that the oil demand will continue to rise unless there is an increase into the oil output. The price will continue to be elevated with respect to the crude oil prices, and this could dampen the recovery that we have seen into the Indian rupee. So at least on a short term, you can see Indian rupee to move between 74.80 to 73.85 range.
Right, so that's with regards to where the Indian rupee goes. Simultaneously, the Japanese yen has continued on a weak note against the dollar as the recovery in Japan has been stalled as per the data that came out mid-June. Do you think this weakness is expected to continue?
Yes, most likely because the numbers, the recovery numbers are still darkened there, and the government has said that the state of emergency will end on June 20. So there is still the country is still into a state of emergency, and even beyond June 20, beyond June 20, what will be the further line of statement, and what are the kind of recovery that they have already seen into the virus numbers is something they'll be considering. So we are still lookout on what will be the the statement with respect to the reopening of the economy will be. Also, there is Olympic Games that will be starting there in July 23, and the risk of another flare up in the virus is another that the country is remaining wary of. So I think unless there is some positive numbers that will come in from the Japan, it is still the yen will be under under stress in the coming days.
Right. So, Ria, with all of this, you have the dollar as well that has been facing a week of volatile trades, and you have the Fed speakers that have been lined up. So, taking that into consideration, what's the kind of move are we expecting on the dollar?
Yes, because if you've seen the recent FOMC meet, there are signs that uh, the panel is growing less certain about the whole inflation outlook, which is something that is key factor that the market is looking forward to. Also, the forex volatility has climbed because of the Fed projections last week, which show that one rate hike could be in 2023. So this is an indication that greenback will jump coming Friday, as there are lined up speakers from the Fed. We have St. Louis Fed, and two more Fed president that will be speaking on Friday and giving more guideline as to where they see the inflation, as to where they see the economic projections, and so forth, and what will be the pace of monetary tightening. What are they considering respective to that? So this will put a lot of light on where the Fed is going towards the whole. Looking out for the economic support, and what are their projections with respect to the US economy, and this will decide the momentum of the US dollar. Because of these uncertainties, there's a lot of volatility that we are seeing into the dollar index as well.
Right. So, what are the strategies that you would want to recommend?
The strategies would be to go long into the USD INR, look for a dip into the sessions, because every dip into the session would be an opportunity to go long. So for now, you can look for a support of 74.34, go long above 74.34 for a target of 74.50, 74.62 will stop loss at 74.10. You can go long into the Euro INR above 88.52 for a target of 88.68, 88.82 with a stop loss at 88.35. Uh, the JPY INR, you can also go long into the JPY INR, but follow a very strict SL here. So go long above 67.35 for a target of 67.49, 67.67 with a stop loss at 67.20.
Right. So, these are the strategies that we should be watching out for as well. Thank you, participants. Thank you, Ria, so much for joining me.